Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Rising from Iron. So we are back in the top lane with Yorick, and you probably notice it's a pretty short video, and that's because it's very one-sided. So let's find out. Alright, so I didn't pick my items super quick, but I thought I still got out of base right away, but it turns out Yasuo got there first right away. And I was like, oh crap, Yasuo's here. But thankfully I have the Dorn shield, so I was able to get the health back by the time the lanes clashed. I thought they were up there trying to steal his red, but I guess it turns out he was just trying to play the psych game. And we got Ezreal and Vel'Koz. Yeah, Vel'Koz sure loves to invade, but I don't know what happened. Doesn't look like he did too well. So at first I was wondering where Yasuo was hiding, but turns out, yep, he was just helping out Vi. So I never had to fight a Yasuo in the top lane, always in the mid lane, but haven't seen Yasuo in the top lane in a very long time. His main focus was trying to poke me out, but I kind of figured there wouldn't be any point hitting him because I would just proc his shield, because I had no intention on going on him right away. But I did notice that every time he would attack me, my minions would just deal damage to him. And then my ghouls would just keep dealing damage to him. So this Yasuo was not too difficult, because he just always loved getting poked, I guess. And yeah, he would just keep shoving the wave so much that essentially the wave would just kind of freeze at my tower. And yeah, it's just pretty back and forth. I was able to land an E, which certainly does not do well for Yasuo, because it'll proc his shield, and then by the time my ghouls jump on him, his shield is long gone, so it's not good against Yorick. So don't try it. And then here, I was completely surprised how he doesn't fall back, and he just stays up here, and then he goes in when he's about to die, and yeah, I misclicked and activated my ghost for no apparent reason. So yeah, I guess Yasuo really thought he has a strong level 3, level 4 game or something, but I still had more than half of my health, and he was close to death, and he just decided to go all in for some reason. And yeah, he just kept focusing on pushing the wave super hard against a Yorick, whose main focus is pushing the wave. Well, there probably was no need to throw that ward since Kayn was there. But yeah, at this point I'm trying to shove the wave because I want to recall after getting that kill. But he just kept shoving the wave back at me. So I'm like trying to activate my minions, see if I can push it, but every time I'm like just about to kill the wave, another wave shows up, and now it's basically frozen in front of his tower. And I'm just like super worried because I just had this strong feeling like Vi is going to show up. I kept trying my best to just shove this wave out, but he just would not allow it. He's like, nope, you are not shoving this wave. Tried to get aggressive on him. Especially since I hit level 6, but I was out of mana, so I should have recalled, but I kept thinking, well, I gotta shove this wave out, I don't want it frozen right here. And then that's when Vi showed up, and I'm like, oh crap, this is bad, this is bad. But she fails at her Qs so bad. And so far it looks like 1 kill each for bot lane. And Tristana decides to go in. Pike also goes in, so okay. Another 2 kills. How's Anivia doing? Looks like it's just kind of back and forth, nothing too exciting there. So I come back to lane. I knew I could easily fight Yasuo, but as you know, my playstyle is to try to play passive, and I think that's what's great about Yorick, is he can play pretty passively, farm easily, and I just have my E that I can then just send my ghouls and just fight my opponent for me. Now that I got the maiden, she'll just keep creating more and more ghouls. And once Yasuo uses his E like that, I feel like that's a good time to go in. And I even forced his flash. So, yeah, I was not scared of Yasuo anymore after that. Rift Herald just came up. Wanted to see if I could get vision. I saw Vi. Yasuo trying to push the lane out, but since I'm not really afraid of him anymore, try to push the lane back towards him. Yeah, once Yorick has the maiden, you cannot push back against him. It's just impossible. Oh yeah, when I saw him fighting my mate, I'm like, oh heck no. It's on. And he just, I don't know, he tried so hard thinking his goal was to take out the maiden. So once that happened, it's like, oh, okay, I guess it's going to be another tower plate for me. Boom. And finish off the wave. I was thinking about getting one more tower plate, but I just wasn't dealing enough damage to it. So that's when I went to recall. And sure enough, Vi shows up. And this is great. Vi feels like the only lane she can actually do something is in the top lane, but top lane's still losing. And by the time she comes up here, it's already too late. I'm gone. Let's see how bot lane's doing. Oh, looks like Vel'Koz got another 2 kills. I don't know when, but support Vel'Koz is doing super good. I think it's safe to say this game is already won, but it is bronze. So there is the possibility that we could just throw this lead. Yeah, when I didn't see Yasuo right away, even though he was just waiting for the wave to come, that's when I decided to try and make a play by taking the Rift Herald by myself. I would not recommend this since Yasuo's full health, he's doing fine up here, and Veigar's right there in the mid lane. I have no idea where Vi is. Luckily she was down at the bottom, but should not do this. I was doing a terrible job at trying to take out the Rift Herald, trying to get to its eye. And sure enough, Veigar comes over here, but that's because there was a ward, so they could easily see me. But I was able to get it no problem. And then saw my team was coming, so activated Ghost and made sure he was dead. And since Yasuo's pushed up, I'm like, well, this will be an easy kill. Boom. I'll give him credit, he did everything he could with all of his abilities. And he even teleported top. Oh no, Veigar teleported top. But when I saw that teleport, I'm like, well, might as well head back to base. Get my hull breaker so I can just keep pushing the lanes. Oh yeah, that Pyke is something else. Well, he made it out of there, but now poor Tristana's by herself. Oh, but he stays. Interesting. Oh, because Vi came down here. Oh, the juke! The juke! Oh my god, the Vel'Koz, the outplay! Oh my god, look at that! Wait, oh my god, wait, what happened with the fight with Ezreal? Oh my god, this is incredible, this bot lane. So we saw what happened with Vel'Koz, let's find out what happened with Ezreal. 2v1. Oh my god. And he survives. Oh my god, this bot lane. Yeah, it's definitely GG. Meanwhile, I kept pushing top. I still had Rift Herald, but I didn't feel like it was necessary for top lane. Even though I could have totally used it, so it could have pushed this lane. But I looked to mid lane, I saw, it's still got 2 turret platings. Maybe it'd be better off in the mid lane. And since I saw his blue buff, decided to take the blue buff. And then this is when I went to mid lane to use the Rift Herald to push mid lane. Since Yorick is just so good at pushing lanes, if you are able to get the Rift Herald, try to send it down mid lane. That would just be my suggestion. I'm not saying this is the optimal strategy, but it just seemed to work out best. And look at that, because the turret's down. I mean, they probably would have been able to kill Yasuo, no problem, whether or not that tower was there, but that helped him out so much, and it's going to deal huge damage to the next tower. So, I was confident with my team, able to push mid lane, that I went top lane. Luckily, we got ahead early on, and we just pushed the lanes so hard, and got both dragons, Rift Herald. I mean, we had such a lead. It would be really difficult for us to just throw it. I mean, look at this. Level 7 and 8 against the level 11 Anivia. There's just nothing they could do. And then that's when they surrendered. So yeah, that was a great one-sided game there. Bot lane destroyed. I was able to dominate Yasuo in the top lane. And yeah, just push that advantage to get an easy win. And there we go. So we're at 74 LP, getting closer to Bronze 2. So yeah, we'll definitely have to see what happens next week, if we'll get another lucky, easy game like that. So I hope to see you guys then. Alright? Have a good one, guys.